All right, here we are. We're live from my bedroom, and we're online, kids. Yes, we are. And again, we got a guy on the show today. Now, this guy was told to me by Mark Breslin to be the only variety performer that he is excited to have on his stage. And he looks past that he's just a variety performer because he is so funny. Now, I was pretty put back by that. And I got to be honest. Well, hold on now. So before we talk to our guest who is hanging online to talk to us, I would like to thank our sponsors. And first, I'd like to thank TiresTires.com. Yes, TiresTires.com. And if you have good tires on your car, you can save gasoline. And we also like to thank another sponsor,
Magic Tonight.
What? Where did Benjamin go? Hold on. MagicTonight.ca. Wow, Benjamin has been working on his own magic show, Magic with Ben. And now he's a magician. Where did he go? And now, please.
I'm back.
Oh, there he is. Oh, wow, that was some good magic, Ben. I did not see where you went. But first,
theme song.
Yes, I signed my soul on the dotted line.
All right, and now we're back, and we're online, live from our bedroom, and we're talking to a gentleman who is not only a magician, because that you can't just say he's a magician, even though he's one of the best magicians I've ever seen work. He's also a guy that after I see work, nobody feels bad. You're having a good time, you're at a comedy club, and you experience something, and you didn't feel bad. Jokes, normally someone gets hurt. I'm not too sure, but this man comes from a place of self-deprecation, and at the same time, he understands that he's there to entertain. So at the beginning of our show, my son, my oldest, I have a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 6-year-old, all here boys, oh boy, and they're all mine, so says my wife. And so Benjamin, my oldest, please, Ben, take over my show.
Hello, David Mary. Nice for you to be on my show. I have my question. So you're a magician, but you're funny enough to be on Yuck Yucks, Mark Breslin's comedy show. You had 30 years of comedian magic, and you performed over 7,000 times and been on over 70 TV shows, and some of them you hosted game shows. So what up?
What up? What up? Is that it, Benjamin? Is that the intro that I get? Man, oh man, that was a mouthful, buddy. It did well. Yeah, I've been doing it a long time. That's what that intro meant. 30 years, you said. Boy, you make me feel old. You know what? Because I have 3 boys, but they're a little bit older than you. But yes, I've been doing it a long time, and I was a guy that used to do it at Yuck Yucks almost full time. You know what Yuck Yucks is? It's a comedy club, right?
Yes. Who inspired you to be a comedian/magician?
And when you're talking about comedian/magician, there's only one guy on the planet that, if you were to talk about /magician, there's a guy who's crazy. He's out of his mind. His name is the amazing Jonathan. And he's a friend of mine. He works in Las Vegas, typically toward the later part of his career. He's just kind of winding down his career, but he's out of his mind. He's crazy. The only reason I said / about 4 times is because he takes a knife and he does this trick when he takes the knife and just slams it into his arm. So if you're going to talk about a comedy / magician, that's him, the amazing Jonathan. So he's one of the guys that inspired me. And then there's another guy who lives down in Las Vegas too, also a good friend of mine, and his name is Mac King. And those two guys are kind of, to be honest with you, kind of the only 2 comedy magicians on the planet that I look up to. I mean, I kind of bow down to those guys. Those guys are 2 of the funniest on the planet. So those are the guys that I look up to.
Okay, after you were inspired and you knew what you're doing, what was your first gig you got?
The first gig. Okay, so you're 10, right? How many? You got 2 brothers?
Yes.
How old are your brothers?
One's 8 and one's 6.
8 and 6. And are they in the room too? Am I going to talk to them at some point?
Yep.
Cool. All right. And I'll figure out who they are as we go on. I started out doing this just a little bit older than you were when I was 13. And so I went to a friend of mine's birthday party, and we saw a magician. And maybe a couple months later, a friend of mine who was about the same age, maybe 1 year older, had me over to his house, and he already knew some magic. So he showed me some magic, some card tricks, and I was really, really bitten by it. So I went to the library, took out all the books that I could get about it, and learned how to do magic and studied it. And then my first gig was actually at a friend's birthday party. He was 14, and I was actually by then I was 14. So I was a 14-year-old performing at a 14-year-old's birthday party. What do you think of that?
Cool. I like magic myself. One of my first gigs, I think, was like a talent show, and yeah.
Have you done magic? Have you performed it for people?
Yes.
Wow, like how many people? Like a big crowd?
No, not really. Just like 40.
Well, that's pretty good. But for a 10-year-old, see, I wasn't even doing it when I was 10. So you already got to jump on me. I did my first show when I was, I think my first show when I was 13 for my family. But for, an audience that actually gave me a little bit of money when I was 14 at a birthday party. Good for you.
Oh, I didn't get any money.
No, but doing it at 10, man, that's amazing.
Thank you. And what is your favorite trick that you can perform?
That I perform, or my favorite magic trick in general?
Your favorite magic trick that you can perform.
That I perform, right? I have this really kind of cool trick that involves. This is going to be hard to describe, but your dad has seen my show and he knows it's a little whacked out. I have like a possessed baby in a baby carriage, like it's a car seat, and I bring it up on stage with me, and people don't know what's in it. But here's the trick that I do. It's my favorite trick. I ask someone from the audience for a credit card, and if you've ever seen any magician ask for stuff from an audience, it's tough as it is, let alone asking for a credit card. So when a guy gives me the credit card, there's a black magnetic strip along the back of it. Okay, so I take the guy's credit card and I peel the black magnetic strip off the top, like off the back of it, and so the audience is howling because they love that. And the guy whose card I basically ruined looks mortified. So what happens? I take the credit card, now that it has no black strip, I put it through a paper shredder so it's all diced up, and then it disappears. Later on in the show, my baby that I bring up on stage with me wakes up, and you hear some crying and wah, wah. And so I put him in his car seat up on top of my case, which is up in the air about 3 feet. And all of a sudden, I leave the stage because I have to go get a soother because he's crying. And this blanket starts to open up when I'm off stage, and out comes this possessed baby. And the baby has red glowing eyes, and he looks like a little devil baby. He's crazy. And then he goes back down into the car seat. And then later on, he wakes up again, and you hear some grumbling and some, and then all of a sudden you hear him toot a couple times. The guy's got some gas, so he lets a couple of rippers go. And next thing that comes out of the car seat is a diaper, and he poops. The guy poops, and he throws me a diaper that's dirty. I open up the dirty diaper in front of the audience and pull out the guy's credit card from before.
Ew.
So that's my favorite trick that I do.
Okay.
What do you think about that? You ever seen a guy do that at a birthday party? I think not. Thank you very much.
No, I haven't. How much people have you performed to? The biggest crowd?
The biggest crowd. I'll tell you what. I had a really cool one a couple weeks ago. There are casinos in the world, and I was performing at a casino down in Windsor not that long ago. It's called Caesars, and they have a big showroom there, the Coliseum, and we had 4,000 there. But that was a couple weeks ago, so that's a pretty big one. The biggest one I ever did was opening for a rock and roll band. It's a guy, actually. His name is Rock Voisine, very big in certainly the French circles. And I opened for him at a place where the Ottawa Senators play, which is at the Canadian Tire Center. And so that would have been my biggest crowd. We had about 16,000 there.
Whoa. And my last question is, can you do a trick with me without looking at me? Like, can you do a trick through talking?
Through talking. All right. Yeah, of course I can. All right. So here's what I want you to do. I'd like to, are your brothers standing by?
Yep.
Are they all there? Okay, good. I'd like you to, if you could, think of a number on one of your hands. It's got to be under 10, so you can show your brothers on your fingers what number you're thinking of. But don't tell me.
Okay. Right now? Show them?
Yeah, you got it? Okay, so show them. So it's number between 1 and 10, right?
Yep.
How's your math? Is it pretty good?
Yep.
Okay, so take whatever number you're thinking of.
Yes.
And the guy will know it. Add 2 to it.
Okay.
Okay. Now subtract 6.
Okay.
Do you know what shoe size you have?
Yes.
Add your number of shoe size.
Okay, wait a sec.
Can you do that? This is going to be tough.
6. Okay, I got it.
Excellent. Do you know how much you weigh?
Yes.
Subtract your weight.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Uh,
I mean, you might have to ask
okay,
your dad.
I got it.
Okay, cool. Now, do you know what year you were born?
Yep.
Add the year that you were born. This is going to take some doing, but I don't normally do this with kids.
Okay. Wait a sec. 2000. You even know what? That's not what I have. I'm not telling you.
Got it?
I'm so close.
Yeah, okay. And then I'm going to tell you your number.
Okay.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay. Your number is that you're thinking of. Did you write it down?
Yep.
Your number is 15,422.
No.
But wouldn't you have been amazed if I was right?
Yeah.
That would have been killer. Come on. I got y'all. I can't do a trick over without seeing you. Magic's a visual medium, so you got to be able to see what I'm doing.
Actually, this other guy, I think Ryan Brown or Chris Brown, he actually did a magic trick to my dad, and it worked.
Over the internet?
Yes.
Actually, to be honest with you, I actually have a couple that I could do, but I didn't know that we didn't have any video. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 tricks sitting beside me on my desk that I was going to show you guys if we were doing it, which I thought was visually, but I didn't know it was just talking. So you know what? We'll do it another time.
Oh, you made all the kids so sad. Oh, no, sad kids.
I needed some heads up, brother.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess the audio. Hold on. And let's move on, Benjamin.
Okay, and can I tell you my number? It was 2,097.5.
0.5. I love that. Oh man, that's accurate. Holy smokes!
And maybe after the show, you can show us a magic trick. Okay, now I'm gonna introduce my second oldest. He's 8.
Yes.
Samson, go.
Samson, I love it. Okay, and Samson's 8, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's up, brother?
Okay. What's
You
your
in charge of the microphone now?
Yeah, what's your favorite thing to do?
My favorite thing to do, just in general.
Eh,
In general, golf.
doesn't really matter. Just what's your favorite thing to do?
Yeah, general. If my favorite thing to do, like my pastime away from what I do for a living, I love to golf. I'm a golfer, so I played today actually. That is my number one favorite thing to do.
Okay.
You guys golf?
Yeah, I like golfing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, eh? That's my number one absolutely favorite thing to do. Next thing after that, you know what it is? Poker. I love to play poker.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing to eat?
Favorite thing to eat? My God, oh, come on, are you kidding? Spaghetti. Is there anything better on the planet? If I could have cake and spaghetti, that would be the best. If I were to ever have them in the same meal, oh man.
Okay. I don't have to ask the other question because you asked it for what's your favorite thing to do, golfing.
Ah,
It was what's your favorite sport. Okay, now moving on to the third oldest.
Hold on. Not necessarily is his favorite sport the things he likes to play. Ask him what his favorite sport is.
What's your favorite sport?
very interesting. The old man's got you on a technicality, brother. My favorite sport, actually, as it turns out, actually it is golf. But I'm going to tell you something. I'll qualify it by saying my favorite sport to watch is hockey.
Okay. Okay, now it's Keenan's.
What's your favorite color?
Okay, who's this?
Keenan.
Keenan?
What's your favorite color?
No. Okay, back it up there, brother. I'm going to answer the question. I'm trying to find out something about how old are you?
6.
Nice. 6. Okay. All right. So you want to know what my favorite color? My blue. I'm a blue guy. I love blue.
What's your
Love
favorite
the color.
number?
My favorite number?
Yeah.
My favorite number is my favorite number is 52, which is very odd. But that's the, you know what? I'm a card magician, and that's the same amount. It's the same amount of cards as in a deck of cards. So my favorite number has always been 52.
What's your favorite song?
My favorite song, "A Fool in the Rain" by Led Zeppelin.
What's your favorite movie?
Man, you get right to it, right? No downtime with you, brother. You just ask the questions. My favorite movie, you know what? Probably throughout all time, my all-time favorite movie would be The Sting. You won't remember that because well, actually, you guys weren't even born then. But it was on a long time ago, and it was about a kind of a grifter, like a guy who cheated people. Well, not cheated, but he was a guy who was a con man. And, you know, with all the stuff that I do with a deck of cards in my magic, that was one of the movies that I watched and saw that. And I went, wow, I'd love to be able to do all that special neat stuff with a deck of cards. So the movie The Sting.
How old are you?
How old am I right now? 53.
Okay, now back to Dad.
Back to Dad. I'm Dad. And so, kids, what do you want to say to Mr. Murray?
We love magic.
Yay! I'm sorry I didn't have a trick prepared. That really sucked. Sorry, guys.
No, it sucked.
Boys, Benjamin, Samson, Keena, good to see you guys. Or good night. Good
Thank
to
you
see
very much. Thank you for being on the show, and I'll say goodnight off air.
Bye, guys.
Yes, I signed my soul on the dotted line.